on the 1-minute chart didn't lay over top the high. So this is that buy side and bounce, sell side inefficiency on the 1-minute chart. So unfinished business in your notes, anytime that liquidity pool, when it's bullish, if buy side's been taken but no body's been left above it, it's unfinished. Expect it to come back for it again. That right there, folks. That right there, and what I taught you about when to anticipate the run through when it's aggressive and it's going to just explode up using the quadrants. That right there is worth more than I charge for mentorship. And I am not bullshitting you. That is the bee's knees, man. I'm telling you, if you understand that, you go back in your charts and look at it, study it, collect that type of information every single week. Really build an evidence log of these things happening. And you will see what I just gave you is the absolute, undeniable facts. It never deviates. It never fails. That stuff is always a constant. And that right there also tells you that these markets are algorithmic. It's an algorithm. It is literally doing, and listen, if it was all buy and selling pressure, if it was all buy and selling pressure, price would not agree with every PD array that I've ever created. It wouldn't agree. They would not be dancing on the rhythm and the stepping stones that my PD arrays give it. But the only deviations are the inefficiencies don't get fully closed in. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. And that's exactly what I'm teaching you to look for. How's that failure? It's not. It's perfection. It's scary, isn't it? It's almost like it should be illegal. How much time is going to keep going on? This guy keeps getting it right. He's creating too many friggin' millionaires. He's creating monsters. Why is he yelling? Because you're bored listening to me rant. You're not teaching, dude. It's so annoying. Get up the road. I ain't got time for somebody like you. You're too close minded. If you don't want to jump in the plasma pool, get out of here. Okay? See you later. So, anyway, this is the pattern. This is an all day, every day. It's going to be there 365 days. If the market was open that many times, you'd see it every day. You would see it every day. Why wouldn't you want to explore that? Why wouldn't you want to take that challenge and see if it really does exist every day? Hmm. Some of you might want to take that challenge, and some of you might grow in your understanding just by doing that alone. That's how I get you. I get you just like that. I put it out there, and you don't want to believe it, and you want to find me as a liar, a fraud, a scammer, and then you can't, and you send me an email. Man, listen, dude, I just made this much money doing what I thought that you were talking at your ass, and it wasn't. Couldn't be true. Couldn't be true. I was convinced it was Photoshop because somebody said it was Photoshop because they can't do it. Because they can't do it. It's too good for them. And then guess what? Guess what, Vegas? That's a compliment, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Keep shilling those fucking codes to get that money, boy. Because I ain't got to do none of that stuff. I ain't got to do none of that. I know you heard me. I know you heard me. It's all compliments. Anything they say about me or my stuff, it's always a compliment because if they say they don't believe it, it's too good to be true. And I tell you that's how it's going to be. When it's in your own hands, your friends and your coworkers are not going to understand the bounce in your fucking step when you're walking through, knowing that your time here is going to be short and sweet, and you're going on the road. You're going places. You're not staying at that job. You're not staying there. That's not where you're supposed to be. But that's a right now need. You have to pay your bills. That has to happen. But when you know that this is in your hands and you can make it work and you see it working daily, man, there's a spring. There's a bounce in that step. There's a rhythm in your stride, and you start strutting. You got to check yourself once in a while. You're walking to the cafeteria, it's lunchtime, and all of a sudden you're swaying. You're bouncing. Oh my goodness. I know I ain't gonna be here much longer. This guy, look at this guy over here. He's looking at me, giving me that look like, yeah, yeah, you're gonna be here just like me. The rest of the are like, no, I'm not. You don't know what I see. You don't know what I'm doing behind the curtain. You have no idea what I just did in the marketplace. And that's just one of many things that's going to repeat. And I'm going to bounce my ass out of this job. I ain't got to be here. You all have to be here. But I ain't got to be here. I'm here by choice. I'm here by schedule only. And the schedule's about time to change. And my ass is floating up on out of here to Easy Street. And ain't nobody hold me back. None of these people hold me back. Your paycheck's a fucking offense to me. I don't ever want to see that little bit of money ever again in my life. And I don't have to because I can cut my own paycheck. I can do this anytime I want. That's what's going to happen to you. That's what's going to happen to you. And the weaker side of you, the weaker side, will let it bleed into social media. And that's your mistake. Then it becomes counting pockets and not precision, consistency, and wealth building legacy. That's the trap. That's the trap. And if you can control yourself and mind your own damn business and keep everybody out of your business, you have a greater chance of succeeding. But if you don't do that, and it's hard, folks, it's hard. It's really, really hard. Because when you start seeing things happen for you, it's hard to sleep. It's hard to think about anything else. Your job is affected. Your relationship is affected. Your parenting is affected. Your health could be affected. And if you get really excited and you can't sleep because you just can't stop thinking about the opportunities that you now have control over, and yes, I said that right, you have control. You don't have to get in here every single day, but the model's going to appear every single day. Find that in any retail logic. It's not there. It's not there. But they got every excuse to tell you why. Well, the market's random. That's why. That is some nonsense. And I love it because that stuff is who you eat. That's what's on the menu. Retail. Retail. The other white meat. Remember that ad? Pork, the other white meat? Yeah, that's what it is. We're all carnivores. Nobody's a vegan trader. You either are eating or you're eating. That's the way it is. There's no vegans here. No vegans. You must consume and eat. And unless you have a way to hunt, stalk, and eat, you're the prey. You're the one consumed. You are the mark. You're the liquidity. And if you can't find the liquidity in that chart, tag, you're it. And that's for every market. That's for everything out there that you trade. I don't care about whatever willy vanilly pattern, whatever the horse shit that you out there believe makes these markets go up and down. You are going to fall victim if that's not true in your own hands, in your own model, in your way of thinking. If you're not thinking that way, you're not equipped. there's there's no Mr. Rogers approach to this, folks. There really isn't. There really isn't. And as much as I tried my life to come up with a way where it could be just very civilized, losing money makes you realize it's not civilized. It's war. It's carnivorous. It's brutal. And guess what? You need to see it that way because until you do, you're not going to respect the risk. You will not respect the risk. So, anyway, let's go back to 5 minutes chart real quick and get this part over here because I got one more market to talk about and then I got to skedaddle. So, the market uses the macro time here, right there. And if I'm not mistaken, I had it on the 1 minute chart. I'm going to put it on there. Yeah, there it is. Equities, real time, regular trading hours. That's this right here. If you are a gold trader, okay, and you don't put this information on your chart, you're trading blind, and it's information that you need to have. Okay, there's There's several opening prices that I think you should have. This is the part when you grab your pen and write down, put the Doritos down. Grab your pen and write this down. Every midnight opening price Eastern time, whatever asset you trade, you need to know that price. You need to know the 9:30 regular trading hours opening price when the opening bell for the stock market starts. That's this one here. So it's 9:30 in the morning Eastern time, and just label it whatever you want to label it. If you want to keep a worksheet or a workspace in your charts that you just want to have these only on a chart, that's the best way of organizing these types of things, um, like opening prices, just like that, and then put your date on it. I have all this stuff in a notepad. The the question I get a lot is, "Can you just show us your notepad?" It's the things I showed you in the chart today. I just have those in a numerical list from the highest price down to the lowest price, and I just write down in shorthand what they are to me and what one I think by my own experience is gonna get tagged. That's it. That's all it is. I promise you there's no secret formulas, there's no, expressions in algebra, coming up with some kind of calculus, result of, "Here it is." Trigonometry and all higher forms of math suggest that this is the price high and low. That's not what it is. It's every one of these wick prices and their specific quadrants. That's all I'm writing down, folks. That's all it is. I promise you, there's nothing else on there but a doodle. Sometimes I'll draw, and that's it. That's all I'm doing. I don't look at a chart with lines on it unless I'm teaching you. I like looking at the chart naked with no lines because it allows my subconscious to pick up on new information. In the beginning, it's advantageous for you to put these levels on your chart. But I also know your concern for having too many things on your chart is it's well, it's a real argument to consider. But the way you balance it is on TradingView, you can just create a workspace and you want to have like your openings at 9:30 Eastern time and then date them. Don't worry about how far back you got to do because it's easy to go into the object tree and then turn off the ones that's gone past a month or so. Okay. You're going to tell me that you got to have 20. Yeah, 20 is good. You're going to see a lot of things by having 20 days worth of regular trading hours opening prices on your charts. You're going to see shit you never seen before. You're going to like, what in the world? That was there, all that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Midnight Eastern time, 9:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock reopen time, all assets. But yeah, but Forex doesn't, I didn't say anything about that. I said this is the time you have on your chart, 5 o'clock p.m. and 4:14 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. That's enough for right now. You don't need any more. That alone will start giving you x-ray view of price moves that you've never seen before. They're there. And the model I just outlined here, that little simple little crackerjack of a model where it's just simple, unfinished business, it repeats every single day off of one of those opening prices too. Oh no, he just did it again. He just gave away. Yeah, I did. Wait till you wait till you get the books. What in the world? At a candy store. What I go into next? Yep, that's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like just like that. So good. So good. Can't wait. But anyway, here's the equities opening price here, and it trades down to that, and you get that run here. But then let's scrunch it up. Can you tell I'm having fun? I miss talking to you guys. My wife's not here, so I can really cut up with you. She'll give me the hairy eye if I'm like that, and she's in anywhere in the house. She'll come around and feel like, "Is that necessary?" I'm like, "It's ICT necessary. It is. It's definitely necessary. It has to be done." But we see it trade down into the macro of 2:50 p.m., 3:10 Eastern time. Now, let's zoom in here because I really want you to see. This candlestick comes in at 3:08, so 8 minutes after 3 o'clock Eastern time. But this is gold, and it's the last trading hour of equities, right? For regular trading hours. Gold's going to behave just like this when it's animated. Now, normally, when there hasn't been so much fever around gold, you wouldn't see big runs like this, but you would get some kind of a little setup that can be traded on a 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, that type of deal. But don't expect like big, big, huge payouts. But because it's so animated right now, because it's so like energetic, it's trying to get somewhere and it's moving a lot, you're going to get these really nice responses like that. Like, I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful response. What do you think that is right there? What is that? That's that what? High probability candidate for a run on liquidity. Here's an inefficiency. We trade down into it. Can it get to consequent encroachment or halfway point? Well, you could see it without having any fib on it. Here's halfway. Here's quadrant upper. Could it touch it? Nope. And it's rallying. This easy draw hits it. Not yet. Right there. Keep your eye on this down here, okay? Boom. There's that larger 5 minute. Same pattern. Flat top right here. Easy, easy sucker play. This is when the bull flag guy's like, yeah, it's going to go higher. Comes right back down to that level right there. That was a sound effect with my tongue. Okay. Someone send me message. I heard ICT just lit a fart. There we go. And it just keeps going higher. And it gets up to this level here. And then it comes all the way back down to some random 9:30 opening regular trading hours price. Again, look at that. And then what does it do there? It sweeps it. It clears up the liquidity below here and then rallies up. Old fair value gap. Picks it up here. What level? This is gold, guys. You said the shit doesn't work in gold, right? You clowns over there on TikTok. ICT stuff doesn't work on gold, bro. Dude, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. What's this price say right here? 4,116.5. Oh my goodness. What is the price low on that? To the tick. To the tick. Elliott Wave. Tell me something. Dan, talk to me. Supply and demand. Where art thou? Wyckoff, please tell me something, baby. Because Ajax ain't got nothing on me. I'll put something on your ass that Ajax won't rub off, and it's called precision. You can't touch this shit with anything else out there. It ain't there. Nowhere to be found. This guy loves himself. He talks about this stuff like he's a rock star. No, but when you live 33 years with it, and you see it and you know it like the back of your hand. And these assholes out there that don't know what they're talking about entertain you. And you just want to remind them that they know nothing. You know nothing. Now, my students are learning. The least of my students could ragdoll these guys to get here and talk shit. And I just come out here once in a while just to remind you, it's by choice. Anytime I want. Anytime I want. But there's a trading competition, ICT. You ran away. You went up the main. There's people saying I didn't go. Fuck your competition. In one fucking trade, I killed everybody cumulatively. Where the fuck are you at? Fuck your leaderboard. Fuck your leaderboard, you bitch. That's right. That is right. Talk it. Talk it all you want. I'm walking it, bitch. Anytime I want. Here's what the market's going to do. And we all watch it. Done. When's it wrong? I'll let you know. I'll let you know. So anyway, gold, it apparently works in gold, but I'll leave it up to you to decide. It's up for debate for now. I'm gonna suspend my argument on it and say, I believe it works in gold, but it's up for you to determine if there's any validity to it or not, okay? NASDAQ, all righty, and then we're gonna go to, so is it 1 minute? Yeah, NQ. Yeah. Tuesday, midnight price, right, there, okay. I'll zoom in a minute, just right now, I just wanna have a little bit of data on the chart. Some of you guys are offended. Did ICT just say the F word? Yeah, I did, and I repent every time I do it. But I'm a sinner just like all of you, okay? Bottom line is this, daily chart last Friday, literally controlled demolition, okay? I'm gonna say something to you, okay? And I want you to just think about it. Not just hear me here and come up with your own conclusion, right?